Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another exciting adventure with those natural ones. Scott should be here any minute now, but he's being late because reasons. So,
Very concise.
yeah. For those new here, hi. We play D&D, and we stream it across multiple platforms now. If you haven't followed us on the TikToks, which is our newest one, we also have Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Follow us on Twitch, Trovo, and all those other fun platforms, as well as podcasts on all major podcast platforms if you prefer listening to this in audio form. Other than that,
like and subscribe.
Thank you, Emery, because you're good at that, and I can forget.
Oh yeah.
All right. I guess since Sam has moved on, Perry.
Oh, no.
I mean,
doing the recap.
Maybe not everybody knows that. Maybe you should let them know.
Well, Perry's about to let everybody know what happened last week.
I will let you know.
Let them know.
Game summary from last week. All right. As Butch slept, Arnon and Elric set up a roadblock in the forest to force the carriage carrying the King of Shan to stop. The immovable rod was employed to make it extremely effective. This is going to come up again later. The alchemy jug put beer in the barrels to make it very believable, which is fantastic. After an interminable breakfast, we lay in wait to ambush the king. But his two guards turned out to be black Abishai devils. We banished one, killed the other, and then the king emerged from the carriage. Now, as you may recall, Arnon burns with vengeance for the death of his parents, for which he blames the king. So he stabbed him, just straight up stabbed the guy, which made the king reveal himself to be a bloody Rakshasa. We managed to send it back to hell, thanks in great part to Elric unleashing the full fury of his Ring of the Ram. Then, from the carriage emerged Hugh, Gwen's patron. He tells us we've been a huge pain in his ass. He brings out Gwen's warlock contract, tears it in half, ending it, then took back what he gave her, which was her brain. This kills Gwen instantly. He revealed himself to be a devil lord. He tried to charm Elric, but failed. He did feeble-mind Butch successfully. Elric used his dimension to escape with Butch, and Elric contacts Gwen's father. Arnon fights Hugh valiantly, but falls. Hugh leaves him for dead. Rhett was smart. Rhett stayed hidden and survived. Thank you, Rhett. With a wave of his arms, Hugh moved the overturned cart from the road. He wrapped his claws around the immovable rod, clicked it, and pocketed it. Then he made himself look like the King of Shan and drove the carriage through. Gwen's father and Gwen's partner, Rain, arrived via tree magic. They fix Butch and heal Arnon. Butch asks Sehanine Moonbow to find Gwen's soul, or where to find Gwen's soul, and learns she is trapped in hell. As we're leaving, we catch a glimpse of the Crimson Raven watching us from afar.
Point of order, it was the general that showed up, not
the general.
Rain.
My bad.
We just wish Rain had shown up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Sorry, guys. I'm not moving very fast today.
Oh, looks like you took one right in the gut.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I think our healer was low on spell slots.
He was
are you
also
gonna pull through?
he was low on intelligence at the time.
You know, it's my fingers that hurt the worst, actually.
Oh, really?
It's those damn fingers.
It's the fingers and not the still recovering gut wound.
Surprised. I think maybe all of the healing potion went to the gut.
Oh,
But yeah, they really could have given me another one for the fingers because the fingers are really killing me.
oh, damn. We're gonna have to find maybe another healer. Oh no, wait.
Yeah,
Our
plus
healer got his brain back.
Yeah.
they
I did.
bandaged me up outside of my shirt, which is really weird.
It's weird.
But I don't question the experts.
Especially
let
not
them
when
do
magic
their-
is
I
involved.
mean, I would,
do their
considering how how the state of your phalanges. You know,
You know me. I wasn't, being very vocal. Just suffer in silence.
Well,
Add that to the list of the other things you do in silence.
on that note, I think it's time to
Oh, God.
begin.
Yeah.
So, as we pick up, let me turn down the background music just a bit here. As we pick up, you all have made it through the tree back to the outskirts, the edges of Torchev. You see the general, Calliope, fucking booking it, beeline, just practically speed walking towards the central citadel. Butch, I think you were carrying Gwen at this point.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So Hymir walks up to you and says, "There's a temple to Sehanin on the outskirts of town. I will take her body and have it prepared." Puts his arms out.
Yep.
All right. He takes Gwen's body and turns and walks towards, there's a side of the town where it's right almost buttressed up against a forest. So it's a place where quite a few elves have built it's almost like an elven district, and there is a temple there to Sehanin that he takes her to. What are
Good.
What are you doing? What are you all doing?
I'll hobble along behind the general, I think.
Are you all following the general?
Yep.
All right.
I'll
So-
throw I don't remember how many spell slots I have. But I'm pretty sure I got a cure wounds for Arnon.
Oh, that would be fantastic. I am at 10 hit points, as you can see.
Anybody else feeling suddenly outclassed?
As you guys, ooh, nice. Oh, nice.
How about maximum? How about that?
Nice.
Oh, I might want to get into Foundry, huh?
Yeah, probably. So that's
Yeah.
13 hit points for you once you get into Foundry.
Sweet.
So, as you all walk through the center of town towards the citadel, you do see quite a few, like, onlookers. God damn.
and that's another 12 for you.
There you go.
Zach.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you do see a lot of civilians and onlookers just kind of like staring at your party and watching you guys walk towards the center. You make it to the base of the citadel. You enter, you go up the few flights of stairs to the war room, which shockingly looks exactly the same as the war room in Castellatri. So you see... Oops, hold on. Let me get you all on the map here. It's just slightly larger
I can't see shit.
Oh, by the way, my 14-year-old stage blood still liquid.
Wow. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
All this time.
Yeah.
Did it pop up, Lindsay?
Yeah, I did now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, as you walk in, you see Calliope kind of leaned over one of the tables.
Is it supposed to be black and white?
No, shit.
Oh,
God damn
okay.
it. Hold on.
Oh, mine's more of a grayscale.
All right, there you go. You see Calliope kind of bent over the edge of the table, frantically writing something down. There's a man, a human man, probably in his early to mid 20s, standing next to him in black robes. You hear her shout out to him, I don't care where he is. We need him here within the hour. That is an order. She tears out this piece of parchment, folds it up, and hands it to the man and says, do whatever is needed, but get him here as soon as possible. And you see the man just kind of like nod and take off, practically running past you guys down the steps behind you. Calliope looks up to all of you. Just kind of looks at you. What the hell happened back there?
The reports of the king making his way to Sochev were true after a fashion. What we didn't know, or at least hadn't confirmed yet, was that the king was a Rakshasa in disguise. A Rakshasa that, no doubt, is in the employ of Titivolis.
Yeah, they were kind of riding together.
So,
Literally.
what's the plan?
Has Butch told us about what his God told him?
Yeah, I told you guys right away.
Well, whether or not Gwen would want to come back, we're not going to leave her soul there.
I agree. If there is a chance, we will take... If there is any chance, we will take it. We aren't going to let anyone rot down in that place if there is the slightest chance that we can help them.
That does mean going into hell, though.
We've been there before.
We've been to one of them before, let's be clear.
Well, I'm currently working on the plan that could give you a bit of a leg up on that front. But there's
A
only
leg up?
There's only so much that can be done, but I have an idea.
My sweetheart.
But I need to know if you are all willing to literally go to hell and back to save your friend.
Yes.
I'm not leaving her soul there. No way.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I didn't even know I wanted friends. Now I can't live without them.
I'm still a little bit touchy about the F word, but
Close acquaintances.
yes. Compatriots.
I mean, I also wouldn't hate getting my immovable rod back. So
Priorities.
Let's see after
when is the
one
immovable
miracle.
rod of my heart?
Well, let's maybe accomplish one miracle first.
So Butch has gotten an idea of where her soul might be.
The Bastille of Souls under the city.
All right.
Holy vey. Do we have to use that amulet again?
Can we use a weekly elephant?
I mean, unfortunately,
Always.
we are limited on ways to get to this. We do not have anyone with a tuning fork tuned to that plane. So, unfortunately, the planar travel ways that you have, how you went to the Shadowfell with Hymir isn't really an option.
Is that something we could maybe buy and sigil?
It is possible, but that is going to take more time. And whether or not it is worth the extra time, too.
Well, it's going to take a whole lot more time if we fuck up the amulet.
That is true. But you remember at the time they didn't have any they didn't have any currently at that store that you went to last time. They had one to the Abyss, but not two.
Well, Elric, you're smarter now. You willing to risk it?
I am.
I could use a good night's sleep maybe before we go.
At this point, you do hear some.
Did you add the hit points back from Butch and I?
Yes, I have 35 now.
All right, cool.
At this point, you guys
And
hear
no spell slots.
some commotion coming from the hallway, and you hear like some voices talking back and forth, kind of jovially, as you see
Now's
walking.
not the time to be jovial. Offensive.
Walking in the room together, you see Rain, as well as a man you've seen quite often, and you would know him as the first officer of her ship. Man with long, white, curly hair, kind of a blackish gray goatee, white, like pirate garb. You see Rain, and the two of them are talking back and forth. And you hear Rain, she's like, they're like, I mean, yeah, the strategic advantage is great, but sailing the sky just is not the fucking same. Listen, I'm not saying I'm gonna take the shit off right now. I'm just saying I'm considering it. And then they walk in and they look across and they're like, hey, y'all made it back. I
have to ask a out of character question.
Okay.
Because I like a cool in character moment. I don't know if Butch knew about the token of affection that Gwen carried on her person for Rain.
I don't believe she told any of you about that. No.
Well, shit.
Yeah, it's kind of a secret.
That would have been nice to give to Rain, but anyway, okay.
To which Rain looks across and he's like, and they're like, well, y'all made it back. Kind of look across to everybody and they're like, wait, where's Gwen?
Did any of us take her pouch or anything though?
You guys didn't
Like
take
what she was
anything.
carrying?
Anything from her. She still has all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's still all in her person.
Gwen
Where
did
the-
not make it back.
What the fuck do you mean she didn't make it back? Where the fuck is she?
Her patron revoked her contract.
Oh shit, we lost somebody.
Sam.
You just see this confused, angry look on their face. They trying to make heads and tails of what you just told them.
Hymir has her.
Heimer has her.
Well,
Yeah.
aren't she looking at you, Butch? Aren't you a fucking cleric? Why didn't you bring her back?
When he took the contract back, revoked. She didn't. There wasn't enough of her left to bring back.
So they got fucking clerics here. Are they doing something about this? Where the fuck is she?
I did everything in my power to bring her back to the best of my abilities.
Tell her about it. Tell her about where
You
she's trapped.
should have done more.
Her soul is trapped in this.
We're gonna go get her.
Well, fucking, when do we leave?
Tomorrow, maybe?
To which the general says to them, I think you might be a little too emotionally invested in this. Maybe you should sit this out. To which Rain looks back and says, if you think for one fucking second I'm sitting here while Gwen's soul is trapped in hell, you're out of your goddamn mind.
We need people that we know are emotionally invested. Those are the people that we can trust.
To which the general Rain looks to the general and says, listen, you know me well enough to know that even if I'm emotionally invested, as you said, I'm not going to do anything fucking stupid.
Have you been to hell before?
No, but it sounds like a fucking trip I'm willing to take. Fucking sign me up. To which she turns to her first mate and is like, all right, Drift, the ship is yours until I get back. If I get back. If not, well, don't fuck shit up. When do we leave?
Morning.
I'd like to get some potions of fire resistance first, unless it's a cold part of hell. In which case,
And usually Gwen rooms with me. You can room with me.
I think Arnold would know about level 2.
I believe Arnon would know fairly well. And now that she has joined the party, Sam! Taking over for Rain, we have Sam.
Yay!
He's back!
All
It's
right.
Rain and Sam.
So,
I'm ready to fuck shit up. I mean, what?
Are you ready to fight for you?
I
Are
am
you
ready to fight for me.
your
I'm
soul?
a strong, independent woman who only needs another person to fight for me.
now, as you guys have been talking here, well, first off, is there anything else that you would like to converse with the general about?
potions of fire resistance. Oh, Arnon.
Yeah.
When we were in hell last, was I reading like any kind of like I'm holy, come kill me aura or anything?
You were like really cold, but
Yes,
no
I
aura.
remember that.
No aura.
Okay.
Just really turtled.
I don't want to be like a beacon of, hi, look at us. I don't
No.
I just, should I wear like black robes down there? Like, what's the dress code in hell?
What's the dress code in hell?
I think it's more like an attitude.
It's an attitude. Okay.
Just look like they just killed your best friend. And you're
I
gonna pull that off.
I will share with the group and with the general that I did lose the immovable rad while I was hiding.
That is the last thing I am worried about at this point.
No, I know. Well, I don't know how it could be used against us. That's the only reason why I'm sharing it. I'm
figure
not
it-
sharing it to get it back. I'm sharing it that because I don't know.
Something to consider.
As
Yeah, I'm going to need to look for some more spells as we're going into even more dangerous territory.
I know that your friend Amisra is in town currently, and she might have a couple things for you before you leave.
Looking forward to that.
Maybe a little too
Dude.
much.
Does Butch still need to be in the hat of disguise now?
No, he would not. I would assume
we
that
can swap
Butch.
back.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Butch is Butch again.
And not Dutch bread lift.
What the fuck happened to Dutch?
Dutch bread bowl.
All right, I'll put that back in the bag of holding then.
So, while you guys have been talking with the general and Rain and all of that, it's about a little under an hour goes by while you're there. Then you see that man that ran out in the black robes comes back in and walks over to Calliope and says, "He's here." To which she nods and says, "Good, send him in." Looks over to all of you and says, "If you are going to go have any chance of being successful in this mission to get Gwen back, you will need a guide, someone who has been there before, someone who has been where you are going and made it back." So, Chris,
Sandman Slim?
would you like to describe what they see walking in?
Walking in, they see an intense, tall, athletic man, human, pale skin, sunken eyes, piercing blue eyes. A man that clearly doesn't have time for nonsense. He trots in with a wide stance and stands next to the general.
Everyone, I would like you to meet Orpheus. He has a particular set of skills, so to say. He may be able to assist you.
Why should we trust him?
Because I trust him.
Fair enough. Good enough for me.
Orpheus, was it?
My name is Orpheus Constantine. Your general called me in for the purposes of keeping you alive in hell. Specifically, Dis, the second level of hell.
You've been there before.
I was in prison there for probably 4 years. It's hard to remember time when you're trapped in hell. Nothing is the same. The days blend together. Nothing makes sense. And then I worked in the underground of the city after a narrow escape that nearly cost me my life. After a significant amount of time, I found an opportunity to smuggle myself back to the material realm. And I've waited for my chance to get my revenge ever since.
Okay.
Well,
good to know we have a guide.
Orpheus, my healers gave me a blue pill for the pain, but it might dull my senses, and a red pill that will give me extra energy, but will hurt the healing process. Do you think I should take the red pill or the blue pill?
Well, isn't the blue pill actually, doesn't it increase blood flow to your extremities?
No,
Do you have
that's
your medications mixed up?
no, the blue pill is the one that makes me sleepy and content.
Okay.
Kills the pain. That's what they told me, I guess.
I'm not sure if you're Morpheus or McFoley.
Okay, red pill.
Orpheus
Red pill it is.
Constantine.
Well, gotta get through this. Gotta get through this.
How did you survive? What skills do you even bring to this that would help us survive our trek?
Well, I think to understand that, you'd have to understand how I got there in the first place. I've been fighting in the war for a significant amount of time. At one point, my battalion was called to investigate some disappearances. At that point, I had become captain of the battalion. Unfortunately, due to the large number of people we've lost in this war, I rose through the ranks perhaps a little too quickly. But we were ambushed, and a portal was opened. The only way to close the portal to Dis was for us to go inside of it. Unfortunately, my entire battalion was slain that day. But I managed to survive. I don't know if they were impressed by my will to survive, or if they just thought I was a toy that they could play with for a while. But they subdued me. They dragged me to a prison. And there I was in perpetual combat for several years. That's the only way to survive.
You're the only
Quite the journey.
survivor.
He's
That's
not going
correct.
to give up.
So you were like on the streets of Dis?
There was a ninja sex dungeon worker named Beyonce that taught him how to survive.
God damn it.
I relied on Donna Summer.
Hey.
Well, if you thirst for revenge, I would prefer that does not come first. As per our mission, is to rescue the soul of Gwen.
How exactly did you make it back here?
Luck, or the
Like,
guidance
is there
of
just
the
another
goddess?
portal? Do we just walk Gwen out?
You're not very familiar with this war, are you?
I'm not familiar with this.
We've been at war with-
He's certainly familiar with Dis. Saying that you're not familiar with this war. Damn.
We've been at war with the people of Dis for nearly 150 years.
Not quite. Well, sort of. They,
I'm relying on the
About to
DM's
stab
notes
a
that he sent me.
motherfucker.
no, you were. No, I told you you were at war with Shan, which was the neighboring kingdom for 150 years. Who you just now realized, or their group just realized was being led by the Prince of Dis, the basically second in command of Dis.
Got it.
I would say from your experience, yeah, you probably have put together your time in there. You would have put together that there is some sort of alliance between Dis and Shan. So I'll let it slide.
I meant more specifically,
How gracious of you.
if you're trapped there, how do you get your ass out of there?
There are envoys that are sent to Dis. People from the material world for trade, for barter, for negotiation. I simply found a way to smuggle myself out with one of their parties.
I don't suppose we get in the same way.
Not with this many people. And especially not with a turtle.
He doesn't have to look like
I'm
a
a
turtle.
turtle. I want to call you a monkey.
Ooh.
Do you see a tail?
I think he might actually. How does Butch feel about this filthy human?
General, do we really have to travel with a human?
Do you want to get your friend back?
I'm half human.
You have to remember that we are trying to give you every
Okay.
advantage that we can muster. This man is the only person that I am aware of who has actually been to this prison that Gwen is supposedly being held in and made it back out. That's a pretty
These
good
are Sean
fucking...
Connery. This is The Rock.
That's right. If I understood those words, I would agree with you.
Just know that it's accurate, General. Just know it is as accurate as how often I steal your chalice. That is the accuracy of that statement.
I need a minute. Butch turns around and walks out of the room.
I take it we're embarking on this tomorrow.
Yes.
You would do
Today's
well
not
to
an
take your
option.
time to
Yes.
prepare.
I think that we're all very emotional right now. Some of us have battled. We've done some traveling. There's a lot of information out here. I think that we need to regroup, come up with a plan, maybe run a couple errands, get some rest. I know that that's not, it's a lot easier to just jump in and start doing, but we want to be smart about this so that we don't lose anybody else. That's just how I feel.
You're also right.
That's weird. You guys, this is weird. Come on.
I'm gonna go to sleep. I follow Butch out.
All right.
You guys figure it out. I'll see you in the morning.
Did Butch leave?
No, he's
He said he
He's
needed a
like-
minute.
maybe 5 meters out the door.
Pass Butch in the hallway. I'm getting some sleep. Just keep going.
All right.
General,
Elric.
is there anything else you would want us to achieve while we're there?
I mean, it's going to be a tough mission, one way or the other. Your best bet is to get her and get out. That will be your number one priority. If you can find any information as to what the hell is actually going on here, then fantastic. But that is not the mission here. Yeah, I would imagine that spending as little time in hell as humanly possible would probably be the best idea.
Understood. We'll get this done.
Fantastic. Is there anything else from anyone else? All right. Then, good luck.
Elric leaves.
I
follow.
I'm going to find Butch.
All right. Now, you guys would know that being in Torchiv, you all have separate barracks right on the outskirts of that main citadel. There is a couple, basically old inns that they've renovated into barracks for, the officers and these, more high-ranking members. And somehow you guys all ended up with your own separate barracks.
Okay, each individually then.
Correct.
We're in an inn.
All right, then I'm
We
gonna
each
at
have
least
our own room.
tell Rain that, if they want to talk, that they can stop by anytime, or whatever. But and they're welcome to come in and out of my barracks if they want to talk about anything. Or
I may take you up on that. This is a whole fucking lot right now.
understood. I don't know you well enough to know if you need alone time or not. So, offers open or whatever you need.
Forgot to put you guys on the board here. So, what are all of you doing after you leave the generals?
I hope to find Butch when I walk out.
All right. Pretty
Yeah,
easy.
he's not hard to find.
It's a big fucking 8-foot tall turtle, so.
Who can't hide?
How tall is Rain?
Probably I would say they're probably maybe 5'6", 5'7".
Okay. I think seeing Butch, Rain's just gonna walk up and stand next to him in respectful silence. And stay in silence if necessary.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm glad you're coming with us.
I'm not going to miss a chance to help.
You're like the only one Gwen talks about.
Yeah. I haven't talked to her in a while, though. But we'll get another chance.
Yep.
Might be.
I think I'm going to go get some rest.
That's what I was going to suggest.
Walk into the barracks.
Walking to wherever Raid lives.
Well,
Or stays.
yeah,
Or does
What's
she-
the
she
weather
would.
like
they
They
where
would
we're at
have.
right now?
They would have a spot in that same area too, because this
Okay,
isn't
good.
where
It's raining.
Castellatri.
Whatever Nick says, it's raining.
Fucking downpour.
It, it was when you guys came through the portal. It was still fairly sunny with a few clouds in the sky. It's starting to get darker. It's cresting into sunset now. But it's still fairly clear.
But
It's
is it like
raining.
warm?
In Butch's
it-
heart.
We are effectively in October, I think.
Okay, so it's
Or October.
It's
That's
crisp.
Fantasy October.
crisp.
Actually, we might have just crested into November.
Little
Yeah, we did.
brisk outside.
Dry, cool air.
I'm sorry. Fantasy November. Greece.
Fantasy November, only on those natural runs OnlyFans.
Oh no!
Wait a minute. Now this
can't
calendar
live
has
stream to there yet.
this calendar has 13 months, right?
No.
Baker's
Right?
dozen of months.
No. We're in the 11th month of Gris.
No.
Or the
How many
12th
months are in
month.
the year of the fantasy world?
12.
It's only 12. Okay.
Pretty sure.
No. I believe you.
I don't know. You're the calendar keeper. I don't. know.
I made it up, so
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
as long as we say it is.
yeah, pretty sure 12 months.
All right.
As-
So that means that they'll get just as many hot pictures as a regular calendar.
Oh my god. As the rest of you leave, some of you are
As the
going.
rest of us.
The rest of you. Are you all? Is there anything else anyone was trying to do this evening, or are you all just going to bed?
I do have. I think that sometimes I'm not like mentioning enough about Elton, but I think I'm just playing my mandolin to Elton
Okay.
in my barracks, just having a little bit of Elton bonding time, playing him some Rocket Man.
Okay. Sounds perfect.
It does sound perfect. I'm really good at it.
Make me a
You're right.
performance check. Let's see how good you are.
I don't have to because I already know.
Oh shit.
Silver tongue. No, I'm just kidding.
That doesn't work for performance.
Fuck off.
Here are you trying to persuade me.
It's probably gonna be so bad. I'm like really sad about it. No, it's so bad.
You
You
called it.
trust yourself.
It's
Yeah.
it's lucky
It's
that
amazing.
you're in your barracks room by yourself with
It's because I'm
you're
sad.
practicing. Yeah.
It's because I'm sad.
Is Butch right
I'm
next door?
distracted.
Butch, you haven't quite made it to your room yet.
Oh, well, I guess it's because I'm slow. You're saying I'm slow?
So, Elric, are you doing anything, or are you just going to bed for the night?
I am looking for a Misra.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
So, you're,
Catching up on some old reading.
Maybe.
oh god. Oh shit.
Maybe I'll find some new information in here that'll be helpful.
So, as you search, you are able to find. It takes you a little bit of time, but you are able to find her.
I was really hoping that the author was B.L. Zabab.
That's fantastic. She is currently. You find her actually walking down one of the side streets, carrying like this armful of books.
I go up to her and offer to help.
Oh, hi, Elric. Shocked to see you here already. Yeah, please. And she hands you like half of the books.
Yeah.
Strength check.
Where are we taking these?
I have a place up here that they have me put up in for at least a few more days before I head back to Castellatri. I picked up a couple books from the bookstore over here. So she starts walking and kind of guiding you towards where she's staying. So, you
I'm
made
not terribly strong, so like towards the end of it, I'm gonna like start like shaking, trying to hold these things up, just like
yeah.
oh.
So you made it back. I see. That's good news.
That is good news.
How long will you be here? Do they have you? I know you can't tell me too much because, confidentiality and all that, but will you be around for a while or are they sending you back out?
They're sending us back out. One of my team fell.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Kind of puts her hand on your elbow-ish area.
We're going to get her back.
I hope you do. I know you will.
That's actually part of the reason why I'm here.
She kind of lifts an eyebrow towards you.
I look around to try to see if there's any, like, spying eyes or anything like that.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Scrying eyes.
I'm watching you.
You see the white mask with the reds.
You don't notice
That is
anything.
a 15.
You don't really notice anybody looking. You see some people like walking along in different directions, like going about their day, but nobody seems to be paying particular attention to you.
Well, I'm gonna have to burn this shit.
Oh no.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Where we're going, this is going to be particularly dangerous.
Where we're going. We're not going to need roads.
It's actually the one thing we do need.
I need potions of fire resistance.
We're going into the city of Dis.
Her eyes get wide. Oh, that's a lot.
It's because of that, and then knowing how powerful you are, I was hoping you would have something or know of something that might mitigate some harm.
Unfortunately, she kind of like shifts the books in her arm and kind of starts scrolling through. She's got like a stack of paper. She's like, Unfortunately, I don't have very much that could help you, but I think I have one thing that could potentially be very, very beneficial to you. And she starts like, oh shit, where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Flipping through, and here it is. Pulls out this one piece of parchment, kind of hands it over to you. You look down, and it's a scroll of invisibility.
Thank you.
I wish I could do more, but I don't think a lot of fire spells are going to help you very much, and that's kind of all I have right now.
Do you have anything that might help me absorb fire?
No, I just have lots of shooting fire. Not a lot of absorbing fire right now.
Oh man, I gotta get me some of that shooting fire.
That shooting fire.
Shooting fire.
I'm going to hug Amisra.
I didn't know elves hugged.
She appears to hug you back. She hugs you. No, she hugs
It
you.
feels like she's hugging you back.
Roll a perception check.
No, she hugs you back and she says, "Whoever you're going for must be worth it if you're willing to travel to hell. So be safe and be careful." Kind of leans up and gives you a small peck on the cheek. Let me know when you get back and let me know that you're safe.
I will.
All right. So,
You should make an inside roll to gauge your true feelings for you.
I mean, if you really want to, you can, but that's
No, we're gonna
No.
leave some mystery here.
there you go. All right.
Doesn't mean you'll be right.
Confident in your game.
Is
Entirely confident.
is there anything else anybody wants to do this evening before you take your rest?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Getting right to it.
get a sheet of paper.
Well, before you get to that, Butch.
Okay.
So, Mr. Deadlift.
Yeah.
Did you head towards your quarters? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay.
For sure. Well, he's not hungry.
I want to know if Rain
Which
went.
isn't hungry?
Rain went.
I know.
to
I just like I was like,
Fuck.
You want to know if
yeah.
Rain
I
did
actually
what?
thought of something I wanted to do
I
as
want to
well
know if
after this. But
Rain went to Hymir and the temple.
I miss.
Would Rain have gone to Hymir?
Does Rain know that Hymir went there?
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
it.
Somebody, you would? All right.
Yeah.
So, Butch, we'll get back to you in a minute because we need to do that. We need to do this first. So, Rain, you head to the temple on the outskirts of town.
Mm-hmm.
You walk in and you see Hymir standing there with his back to the door. You see a few other, like, cleric, druid-esque figures standing around, and they're all standing around an altar. You see a shape on the altar. You see white cloth being wrapped, draped over this shape. You see one being. All of these people appear to be wood elf. You see one female in white robes with like a golden trim standing at the head of this figure lying on the altar, hands down on both sides, eyes closed, muttering something beneath their breath. You see a large symbol of a crescent moon, almost like a stained glass window on one side with moonlight shining down, or with light shining through it and shining along the altar. You're muted.
Fuck. Is there space to walk up near Hymir?
Yeah, you can
Like,
walk up next.
how close is Hymir to the table?
Hymir's kind of standing back a little ways. Like if there's the altar and then there's probably about 5 or 6 wood elves around it. Hymir's probably 6 to 7 feet away from it with his back to the door. Just kind of observing what's going on as these wood elves are working and wrapping this body, and some are using oils in the hair and on the skin, while others are there's one that has like an incense bowl, a few wrapping the body in like white cloth, the one, like I said, holding the head and chanting something.
So Rain can see that it's Gwen.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
So I think just teeth gritted and kind of like holding the pommel of their rapier, just for comfort, I guess. Rain is just gonna walk up next to Hymir and just pause for a long time and then ask him, what happens now?
The clerics here are attempting to rejuvenate her body. They are in the process of regrowing any missing items. Then they will cast spells to keep the body intact while the team, her friends, attempt to rescue her soul.
I'm going with him.
He looks at you, and you actually see the corners of his mouth kind of creak up slightly. He nods, looks back, and says, "She would expect nothing less."
I'm not gonna let her down.
Please don't. She put her faith in you, and now I am putting my faith in you to bring my daughter back.
I will.
Just kind of nods and then looks back over and kind of strokes his chin while watching these clerics do what they can to prepare and keep the body of his daughter safe.
I think not wanting to interfere, they don't get any closer, but I think they spend a few minutes just staring down the people working, and then just kind of look at Hymir and kind of nod, and then leave.
All right. And as you leave, let's go back to Butch. Butch, As you
Yes.
walk into your quarters, you open the door. It's somewhat dark in there. You walk in, close the door behind you. You turn towards your bed, which is opposite wall of your door.
Right, because that's where I keep my stuff, because I have to sleep on the floor.
Laying on your bed, you see not only your stuff. Well, your stuff's not there yet because you just got here.
But okay.
So
right.
the bed should be empty. However, instead of being empty, you see 2 rapiers and a dagger laying on your bed.
Okay. I look at them without touching them.
As you look around the room, from kind of the dark corner shadows behind a wardrobe, you see a figure emerge with their hands up, trying to look as unthreatening as possible.
I take a step back, also trying to look as unthreatening as possible.
You see this figure hooded with a porcelain mask with red slits down the eyes, standing there with their hands up. Clearly, I am unarmed. I am not here to do any kind of harm.
Okay.
Did you tell the rest of us about it after seeing him before you went in the portal?
Yeah,
I know he's told Hymir at least, so, and I assume all of you were there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've served my country for my entire life. I've sacrificed everything for my country. But I had no idea who I was serving. The citizens of Shane, myself included, believe Caius to be a just king. One working for the betterment of our country. We had no idea what he was, really. The figure reaches up, making slow, calculated gestures to not make you to seem as unthreatening as possible.
I will slowly reach towards my weapon just in case.
They just looking for they move their hands towards their hood to kind of with their palms open towards you. With the tips of their fingers, they grab the side of their hood and move it down. And what you see is this bright crimson hair flowing behind the mask. They then, with that same motion, very, very slow, very, very calculated, not losing eye contact with you, grab the mask and lift it off their face. And you see Gwen.
Like Gwen?
Make an insight check.
I don't like it. I don't know it, but I don't like it.
Oh, of course. Total of 10. Sure that's not an advantage because it's my best friend?
But you're also in mourning.
Yeah, in mourning, in the dark.
You are convinced that this is Gwen. This looks like Gwen.
You're dead.
I am not who you think I am. You look a little closer and you see age lines, crow's feet in the eyes, laugh lines. You notice there's something slightly different. This looks just like her, but it is not her. There's a few distinct differences in her face.
Who are you? I'm sorry, that's a dumb question. I know you can't tell me.
I saw how you cared for her. And it's because of that that I chose you to reveal myself to. You know Heimir.
Yeah.
Oh, no fucking way.
Tell Heimir that Ciri
Oh, my
is coming.
God.
Tell Heimir that Ciri says hi. Tell Heimir that I'm sorry. I did not know who I was serving.
All right. I can do that.
You will not see me again. If I knew who I was fighting against, and if I knew who I was fighting for, I would never have made the same decisions that I made in the past. Tell Heimir I'm sorry. And if you find her again, if you are able to find her, tell her I'm sorry.
I will.
Puts the mask back on, lifts the head up or the hood up, walks over and jumps out the window.
Did she just leave her weapons?
Oh, yeah, she yeah, she did.
No.
No. I
Rain will
think
be
it's
taking those.
I think it's much funnier if I bundle them up and toss them down to her.
That's fine. Yeah.
Throw them out the window.
Do you want these?
She kind of you're on the first floor, so it's not like she jumped that far. And she's standing on the other side of the window and just kind of reaches her hand out.
And Butch is like, high five.
I wanted to make sure that you
pockets
knew I
everything.
wasn't trying to attack you.
Thank you. Why Elric?
It had nothing to do with him. He was just the first one that I saw.
Oh,
He looked like the easiest one to take out first, to be honest. I was going to come for all of you. The wizards are usually the softest.
you should probably be going.
You squishy, my boy.
And the DM didn't want me to mark her.
Oh no, the DM had an idea for that. So she grabs the weapons, fucking instantly disappears.
I should have asked her how she did that. Piss.
I'm very fast. You hear coming from the darkness.
I am very, very sneaky.
I better
don't
go tell
know
Heimer
it.
before I forget all that stuff.
I don't know that I've been disrespected, but I feel like I've been disrespected somewhere.
You just feel this. Oh.
Clothcaster, man. Soft target.
All of a sudden, you feel squishy on the inside.
Son of a
So
bitch.
are you,
So I do want to do one thing
what would you like to do?
in my barracks. I think that because, and I'll share this with you guys later because I don't think I've shared it with anybody but Nick. But I think that, you know, being a loner because my parents are so famous and just not and wanting to separate myself from them, I think Gwen's death like deeply impacted me, and it made me actually decide to write my parents separately to let them know what's going on for the first time in many, many moons.
Fantastic.
So, and the gist is, but it's only like 3 lines. A piece is not, it's not too terribly deep because I don't want my mother, who is a writer, to get any monetary benefit from our adventures. Or for my father, who is a musician and songwriter, to write some sort of famous song that will become the next thing that we hear in every town.
Fantastic.
So just very short and sweet, that I'm not alone, but I've lost someone important to me, which made me think fondly of them. And that's it.
Perfect.
No
Without an
sending
issue.
to respond to today.
No, not currently.
Not today.
If they did, it was while you guys were away. Well, no, you weren't on a different plane. You were on the same plane. So
I just assumed that was a daily.
Harriet, it's your mother.
It's your mother.
Okay, guys, you're gonna have to help me remember everything that Siri said.
All right. So
Because I'm terrible at that.
Siri, repeat that, please.
God.
God damn.
So what do I think I have to go find him right away before I forget.
All right, so you head towards, and you know where he was. He was in the Temple of Seonin on
Right.
the borders of
Plus,
town.
it's something to do.
So
Don't
you
get distracted by snacks.
you head towards the temple, and
Snack distractions.
you are able to find him in the same spot that Rain found him shortly before that. He is still standing there, and the elves are still preparing the body, as it were.
I
Oh,
was just
that's
gonna ask
heavy.
you, Scott. I'm so glad that you did that.
I'm not going to interrupt this.
Well, he's kind of standing off to the side.
Aren't they in the middle of a ceremony or something?
The clerics are, but he's standing off, just kind of observing everything. He's a good.
With Rain?
Rain already left at this point.
Oh, okay.
But he's probably close to like 10 feet off to the side. Do you just enter, or
Yeah, I'll walk over to him.
he acknowledges you? He looks over to you and just kind of nods slightly.
Sir, if I may have a word, sir.
Of course. Here. And he kind of motions with you, and you step outside.
Have you been informed that we were attacked by the Crimson Raven?
I believe you told me that a few hours ago.
Right.
It's been
a difficult
day.
couple of hours.
It's fine.
She came to my barracks in my room and asked me to give you a message.
Me personally. Did she ask for me by name?
By name. She told me to tell you that Siri says she's deeply sorry. If she had known whom she was truly serving, she never would have served her nation.
You see this just broken look on his face. That is a name I have not heard for over 100 years.
A long time.
A long time.
A long time.
She is here.
Well, as far as I know, she is gone. Away. She's very hard to see. But she's definitely a she.
May I ask? Because our enemy likes to manipulate emotions as well as... Did you get a look at her?
She's the splitting image of your daughter, sir.
To which he puts his hand up and kind of covers his face.
Okay, guys, what was the other stuff she told me?
That's fine. You tell him everything.
She said like and subscribe.
She did.
Yeah,
She
like and
said
subscribe.
like and subscribe.
Hashtag blessed.
Ring the bell.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. This is something that I was hoping to never deal with again.
Sorry, sir.
But I appreciate I appreciate the message. Now, please go rescue my daughter.
Yes, sir.
And on that note, we're going to go ahead and take a break because it's almost 10 o'clock. What?
Are we resting during the break?
Yeah, go ahead and take your long rests.
Before that, I'm gonna go to Elric's room.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna ask: do you have any spells left? I used the Misty Step in my ring. If you have something if you're able to recharge it today.
You know, I think I might be able to do you one better. I just got hold of a scroll of invisibility.
You want to see the bard before you learn that scroll?
I definitely want to see the bard before I try to put that in my book.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You
The
hear me
bard
playing
and the cleric.
my bad music stopped because I'm writing an embarrassing letter to my parents.
Record scratch.
Like, Rhett, Butch, get in here.
All right.
I have a new spell.
Okay.
Oh shit, dog!
It's
Alright.
invisibility.
That's amazing. All right.
It'd be nice to be unseen for a change.
But I need your help to make sure that I get it in here without destroying the scroll entirely. As usual.
I can lift you off the floor.
If you could help me in any way magical, that would be appreciated.
Okay.
100%.
Bless help
Nick,
there?
I like to cast command, don't fail.
Oh shit, that's Gwen's the one that usually guidances.
Yeah. Yep, I don't.
This is
does
showing up
bless
differently
help?
than it normally does. It says damage.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's weird.
All right, well,
That's fine.
It's amazing.
We'll fix it later. Just like everything else.
Let this be how I haunt him.
That we're not going to take
Guidance.
that roll. We're going to take whatever roll he rolls with his actual thing. I don't know why it's making you roll. That's dumb.
Ooh, I support
Okay.
you. And then
Would-
nothing.
Would bless help this?
Hashtag bless. Oh,
I don't.
Roll that d6.
what is
No, it's only
invisibility?
on a pluses on attacks and saving throws. I can cast Speak with Dead. Maybe then Gwen can can give you guidance.
I don't think you can speak with dead with somebody. Who,
I
it's
don't-
only second level. You already got it. You got it.
Oh, I've already got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Wonderful.
I don't know that Butch would do too good watching Gwen's corpse sit up and answer his questions.
No.
All right.
I also don't prepare that spell ever.
Yeah. So, with that, plus, isn't it? Can't you do it ritual? So it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't think my goddess really wants me casting necromantic spells.
That's fair. All right. With that, we are going to go ahead and take our break. So we will be back in about 10 minutes or so.
So invisibility in the ring.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Invisibility
Sweet.
in the ring. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Bye. And we are back. Oh, I forgot to put you guys' cards in there. Oops. Dun, da, 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 da. We're almost
Whoops.
back. Hey, oh, now we're back. So, when we left, Butch had just left Hymir. Rain had also spoken with Hymir. Rhett was writing letters to her parents, and Elric was copying spells. So, as you all take your long rest,
All better.
all better, sweet.
Yeah,
Oh,
all
fantastic!
better.
Gotta love D&D rules.
Long rest. See,
Yep,
all better.
all better. So, as morning comes, what would you all like to do?
No, the hand still hurts. You really fucked that hand up.
I think we
think
should
if it-
buy potions of fire resistance.
I think if it's morning, Rain would be meeting up, like going to the barracks, hoping to get as quick of a start as possible.
Just
Okay.
a suggestion. You guys might want to make your plan before you buy your supplies.
Are you the one that's going to guide us to help make the plan? So
Yeah, you got to tell us what we
you
need.
tell us, buddy.
We have to find
I'm
our
not-
new friend.
I don't know if I'm
Orpheus.
currently with you. I don't think I am.
I will go look for Mr. Constantine.
Will you go get the man with the pills?
So,
Didn't even have the. You know what? Never mind.
I took that blue pill last night. I feel fantastic.
I bet
No,
you
we
do.
should probably clarify. It's Orpheus, like the Greek character, not the
they know.
Morpheus from the Matrix.
they
Oh,
know.
we're
It
well
doesn't
aware.
matter.
accident.
We're just making sure.
We're
Orpheus.
aware who you think you are, but we've decided.
You are who the
Who
public
you actually
decides
are.
you are.
Orpheus. So you
I need to
wanna have
redesign
sex
my
with your mom?
character.
No, that's Oedipus. Oh my God. Okay.
Wrong Greek character.
Going to
Isn't
find
every
our
Greek
new
character?
friend.
Yeah, let us know how many complexes he has.
Oh my God.
So, Orpheus, where would you be this morning?
Well, I'd probably still be with the general,
All right.
since that's where you left me.
Okay.
Slept with the general?
So do you like not have your own brain? Like,
Yep.
Excuse
in
I'm-
general.
I am concerned.
Making breakfast for the general.
This man is
she's a
about
foot.
one thing. He only cares about one thing.
Killing demons.
Exactly.
How's he feel about the
Ima-
general?
Tagging his
Imagine
mom.
like the character from Berserk.
Oh no.
He's only got one priority.
I was picturing Judge Dredd.
Is that a
I mean,
book,
it
movie, or
depends on what
TV
Judge
series?
Dredd you're picturing, because my Judge Dredd is Carl Urban.
So is mine.
The
Orpheus
best
does
one.
he does not care about the law.
Because he is the law.
I am the law. Anyway,
I am the law.
all right. So, yeah, you're able to find Orpheus currently in the Citadel.
And
Orpheus.
then the rest of us are just gathering at the barracks, right?
I don't know. Are you?
Rain would have gone to the barracks.
Butch,
I'm
we
not
gotta
talking
have
to
a
you. I'm talking to my party. I'm just kidding.
Butch. We gotta have a mushroom on
Me? Was
For
that
sure.
to me?
No, to Nick.
Oh.
You have a
It's like,
mushroom
I don't know.
omelet?
Are you? I don't know. I'm not talking to you.
We gotta have a mushroom omelet for sure for breakfast.
Yeah, you should do that.
You know what? Yeah.
So, Orpheus and Elric.
So what do I call you?
Elric.
Well, Elric, we should probably gather the others and start making sure everybody knows what to do and what not to do.
If I know my team, they're most likely having breakfast right now.
Lead the way.
Mushrooms. Badger.
I proceed to lead Mr. Constantine over to where the rest of my compatriots are having breakfast.
Fantastic.
And Rain and I are connecting over songs.
So,
Popular songs.
you do
Mushrooms.
find
Badgers.
one of the taverns in the central area is still technically a tavern, and you walk in to find Rain and Rhett and Arnon and Butch sitting down enjoying some mushroom omelets.
Hey, Butch.
Come join us, guys. You want a little R&R?
We're still
Rain and
FEAAT, right?
Come on over.
Yeah.
We're not FEAAT.
No.
Okay. With these two coming, are we FEAAT aga? FEAAT aga?
Oh,
3 elves, a turtle, a genasi, and a human. FEAAT aga?
let's
Not
say
sure that
yes.
has the same ring to it.
How hard did you hit your head?
Oh, it's all fine now. I had a good night's sleep.
I mean,
I
it
just
still
kinda
sounds like a movie that Ethan Hawke would be in. So it kind of
like
works.
The aesthetic, though. So
Let's order breakfast.
Girl, we did already.
As I approach the table, I lean in, somewhat embarrassed. The general informed me of the trials and tribulations you just went through. I understand I can be a bit crass at times, and I look at Butch specifically.
Butch
So
focuses on his food,
I
not
I
making eye
apologize, and I hope you heal from this loss you experienced. I'll do what I can to help you recover your friend.
We appreciate that, but crass is never a problem with us.
And the
Sometimes
problem
it's
is
a
that
problem.
we actually are the source of that problem. In either case, Orpheus, I believe you hold all of the information that we need.
All right, out of character. Let me get my reading glasses here. That's a lot of notes. All right, in character. I take a seat along with the others, sitting next to Elric. So, as I understand it, your friend was claimed by the Lord of Dis. Is that correct?
That's what Butch's God told him.
This is not a character you really want to fight directly. And the world of Dis is not a place where you want to go in guns blazing. I guess. Are there guns in this world? Probably not.
Yeah, there are. They're like
Okay.
rudimentary firearms, cannons, and like
Blunderbusses.
Yeah.
So
Cannons
15th century
blazing.
firearms.
no fireball.
I wanted to make it clear that it's not common for people to get in or out. And should we find ourselves in a particular predicament, I highly recommend that you retreat when possible and do not engage. The world is chaotic, to say the least. There are no maps you can use to traverse. You cannot simply remember the way. So I highly recommend you ensure that you have some kind of spell, item, or otherwise to help you maintain your bearings. The walls of Dis radiate significant heat, and no flesh can deal with that heat without taking some damage. I highly recommend some sort of fire protection, whether it be through spells or potions. The entrance to Dis is a trifling thing. There are many beasts out on the plains around Dis, and the road to Dis is riddled with skulls. To get into Dis, you must step on the skulls. And yes, they will burn. So again, I recommend some kind of fire protection to get in and out of Dis. Once
So-
inside the...
Go ahead.
Once we find a way into the city, again, hopefully you have some kind of means to get in without being detected, if possible.
Isn't that what you're here for?
And out of character, I would go to the DM for that.
Okay, so above board here a little bit. You all would be well aware of spells such as plane shift and shit like that, where if you concentrate on a specific location, you can more or less get a general transported to a general vicinity. So theoretically, if you were to use the amulet successfully, while there may be magic involved to border you and keep you from transporting directly into like the prison, you could potentially transport within the borders of the city.
Can't the Devil Lord redirect stuff like that?
It's a possibility. Whether or not he is currently there to do such a thing, and also whether or not he's currently paying attention to everything that is being transported in and out.
Yeah.
You do know that there is Orpheus as well as Arnon, and probably to a smaller extent Butch would know that Dis is also a more or less a barter capital for the Nine Hells. There is consistent traffic in and out of Dis from other planes, such as like the Fire Plane and other more like evilly aligned planes, such as like the Abyss and stuff like that. So there is consistent travel in and out of it. So whether or not they would be able to see or even care about a small group transporting into the walls of the city, it would be like registering, 5 people walking across the fucking George Washington Bridge. There's hundreds and thousands of cars going through every day. Whether or not they'd have to actually notice one would be.
Well, that's good.
Anyway, continue.
I am assuming that your friend will be at the prison of Mentiri. That's where I was held, though I would have been in a separate wing from your friend. There are 2 wings in this prison. The one I was held in is called the Bastille of Flesh. Contains several living mortals captured in the Nine Hells. Things such as paladins are imprisoned alongside demon cultists. All are equal here. They battle daily for survival. The other is the Bastille of Souls. It holds the undamned souls who have found their way into the Nine Hills, captured either in infernal raids against the outsiders of other realms, cast into hell due to an unfortunate cosmic mistake, or killed while adventuring in the Nine Hells. Despater fears these people because many of them are the exalted of other gods. And should Despater accidentally destroy too many of them, you may lose control. I highly recommend that we manipulate these things to our advantage to distract the guards and hopefully rescue your friend. If we can somehow incite a prison riot of some sort, possibly by supplying weapons to one or both of these halls, that may be an option.
When we find her, are we just bringing her back out? Or do we gotta put her in a... Is she just there? Because she's there, and I vaguely gesture towards the temple. Like, she's there. What's in hell?
This is outside of my understanding, DM, so you're going to have to explain
You
it.
probably, to be honest, you probably wouldn't have a lot of knowledge about this, considering you were in the other half and you were not a dead soul when you were there. So I would say...
Wouldn't he know what, like, the souls look like? Or no?
Well, probably not, because he was in a separate wing. So,
like, different wings would have, like, different beings?
yeah, there's one...
Yep.
Yes, there's one wing that is just souls, and then there's another wing that is actual, like, physical... It's called the Bastille of Flesh, and that's where adventurers and other living mortals are prisoned when they're captured within hell. And then the whole point of the Bastille of Flesh is to corrupt them from good alignment to evil alignment, so then they can sacrifice them and turn them into lesser demons. And this is something that Arnon would know specifically, and also possibly Butch.
Does Arden know how the souls are contained?
You can make a...
It's not like it's bars.
You can make a history check with advantage since it's dealing with devils and demons and shit.
Do we have to cut the power grid to disable the containment unit?
The hell power grid.
I mean, we're talking
The
about
soul,
prison
the soul
riots.
generator.
Did you say history?
Yeah, history with advantage. I mean, I believe that what Orpheus was saying was, Jesus Christ,
20.
was a prison riot in the section of the prison that is dealing with the actual mortals. The Bastille of Flesh. Yeah. Okay, with a 20, you would know that inside the prison of Mentiri, there is no specific, like, cells or anything like that. The prisoners are basic, especially on the flesh side, the prisoners are free to walk around, and there is no, like, barring system. They are there. They fight against each other constantly. The strong raise to the top of the order, whereas the weak cower. The soul side you have less knowledge of, but you, from what you've read, the souls themselves are more or less trapped in their own, like, reliving of times in their past, potentially, or may not actually be completely aware of where they are, so much as they're just stuck.
So it's just like a coma dream loop almost.
Kind of.
Oh, like the Nexus in Star Trek Generations.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Like, wait, like what dreams may come? They're like trapped in their own.
I think 3 movie references is enough.
I like the cutting the power grid idea from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I think we should do
Would-
that one.
But
Cats and dogs sleeping together.
you would know that theoretically you would have to find it, you would know that in this Bastille of Souls, between the 3 of you connecting together, you would know that typically the souls occupy different areas, more or less cells, for lack of a better term. But it's not a cell like you see on the physical plane so much as it is an area that more or less shows what the soul is living in, where what the soul is imagining, picturing, and keeping the soul present.
I wonder what'll happen. What would happen if I cast banishment on Gwen's soul?
Does the sending stones that we have work across the plane?
No, the sending stones you have, I don't know if you would know this theoretically, but Gwen would know, but Gwen's dead because she's tried to.
I think in some of the times that she's tried to reach out to Hugh, she's complained about him not being.
Okay.
Does Elric's spell work?
I do have sending.
As do I.
Because if we free her, then we can just send to Hymir, start it now.
Ooh.
You know,
Yeah.
she's free. Do your thing.
You would know that you guys would know that you would have to actually get the soul out of hell to get it
We
to
have
work.
to contain
So,
the soul.
All right.
Do we have a?
There's like a border that we have to cross.
Do we have to
Maybe we
like
can
lead
put
it?
Maybe we can put her in the bag of holding. Just not going to run out of need air, right? I don't know.
Can we put her in like a crystal or like a box? Is that gonna hurt her?
So,
Can I
Orifice.
put it in my
What
pocket
do
with
we
Miss
put-
Swiss?
So, Orifice, what do we put? Like, how can we transport Gwen?
I know she
Um,
would love that.
She'd fucking love it.
What's the best way to transport Gwen once she's found?
Unfortunately, the containment of souls is not my expertise.
Maybe we can use the power of friendship.
Yeah, maybe we could.
Butch, make me a religion check real quick.
Okay.
I am amused that Orpheus completely ignored that I called him Orifice.
Butch noticed and said nothing.
It's
At
just
this
part
point,
of
I'm
the
just
course.
trying to keep
I
my head
appreciate
above water.
his help. I don't know if I trust him yet, so he doesn't get to have his
nice.
real name right now.
Did you see that? I rolled an 18.
I did.
My total is 21.
So
I know a thing.
with a
Maybe we should go back and get Cervix and Orifice together.
Yeah,
No.
Cervix and Orifice.
Remember Cervix? That guy was
Yeah.
Do
awesome.
you remember
Same.
cervix?
Guys, this is a fucking family show.
So
You know what? You're fucking right.
Past 10 minutes.
I
Okay.
read everything.
These are
Armin
scientific
being
Such a
terms.
shithead.
That's a
Armin
fantastic.
said that
Anyway.
it's brevity that gets us through these times.
so
So
21 on my
levity,
religion
not
skill check.
brevity.
21 on the
We
religion
don't
check.
Never
do
brevity.
brevity. We
with-
don't do brevity.
Never brevity.
With the
That sounds
21
like-
religion, you have learned in the past that when trying through your religious teachings and shit like that, when trying to release a soul or bring a soul back to a body, the soul would have to be brought to the same plane of existence. You would know that a soul brought to the material plane resides as a ghost until it is reattached to the body. The stories are vague. The teachings are vague when it comes to actual transfer of soul from one realm to the other, but from what you can surmise, the uppermost and lowermost planes, such as, for lack of a better term, the heavens, like the blessed fields of Elysium and
Yeah.
shit like that, as well as the nine hells. Souls are more corporeal there than they are on the mortal realm. So it is potentially possible to just grab her and go.
All right.
What they roll?
It's cocked. It was point up.
Fabulous.
Is all of this that Orpheus?
I tell them what I've learned.
Okay, I was gonna say Orpheus. Orpheus. God damn it,
Orpheus.
Lindsay.
Orpheus.
Arnon, and Butch. Everything that they've been talking about, that has been an open discussion. I assume we've all gotten to hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she should be more or less physical. Sounds like she's going to be confused. I don't think we'll have time to get her to be able to wear the hat of disguise. So maybe we need to
I mean,
bring
if
a
she's
robe.
a soul and not an actual being, I don't know if that works for that anyway, right?
Well, we probably need to bring a cloak to throw over.
Is there a chance?
I mean, I
she's
also
not
have the disguise kit, which is like makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
There's also going to be, according to Orpheus here, most likely a riot that we're going to be starting in order to essentially cause a commotion that would have us go unnoticed.
Well,
So-
I also want to have a cloak for myself too.
So there's no walls?
On the
Just
note
free
of
range?
disguises, I assume Despater knows what you all look like.
never seen the guy.
I'm sure
Alright.
if he doesn't know by now,
And
Titivolus is telling him.
If
Yeah.
you don't know me by now,
If you don't.
you will never. Yeah,
I was not prepared.
that's my distraction. That's what I'm just gonna sing that down there, and you guys can all escape, and I'll just stay in hell where I belong.
I'm not sure.
You got the energy drink for it.
If you try to stay, we will then be playing Drag You Out of Hell.
Monster, please sponsor us.
All right, so
Yeah.
Orpheus, what do we need? Where do we need to go?
It could be
To
those
get-
natural douche canoes.
Those
Telling you
natural.
guys, we need to get
I
some
feel like
potions.
one thing that we're kind of glazing over is the fact that he has repeatedly mentioned that we need to get some sort of protection for the heat and the
I'm
fire down there. So like we need to figure that out before we even go, right?
We mentioned that, or Butch mentioned that to the general yesterday. I'm hoping she found some stuff for us.
I just feel like if that's mentioned again, like we don't know if we actually received anything for
How
that.
long is this gonna take? Like, how long do you think we'll actually be there? Because if we get a potion of fire resistance, is it even gonna be enough?
It depends upon what SPF it is.
We're going to need multiple.
SPF
Hopefully like
5,000.
1,500 SPF.
Yeah, but above 50, it doesn't actually work.
Too real.
Just as long as it's waterproof, because we're probably going to be sweating a lot.
Yeah, we'll get the sweat defense.
Chris, I think you're muted.
I don't think Despater knows me from Dick, so maybe I don't have to disguise.
Well, it may be wise not to take the chance, as there are statues throughout the city that we will need to pass through in order to get to the prison. With glowing red eyes, those are scrying devices that they use to spy on the citizens.
Sorry, did I miss how long it would take us to get back out? I apologize. Like in and out.
We don't know.
Unfortunately, in this realm, time is not a fixed thing. And the roads are like a labyrinth, a maze of turns and twists that do not remain the same.
Are there any human citizens? Or is it all devils? Imps and shit. Are we immediately going to be fucked, seen on the street outside of the prison?
It's a bizarre.
It would. There are
mortals, elves.
There are many different races and creatures in the city. It's very large. There's roughly several 100,000 occupants in the city. However, a large band of elves, a human, and a turtle will definitely stand out.
Guess there aren't a lot of water genasi in Dis.
No, it's not a friendly place for an Aquarian creature.
Stunning.
Elric, I can't remember. Do you have prestidigitation? Prestidigitation? You know, fancy fingers. Do you have fancy fingers? Fancy phalanges?
I do not.
Phalanges.
All right. I think at some point I can at least use that to cool something for an hour. So that's at least something to just keep in mind while we're down there.
I can create some water.
You might want to bring a mister.
Mista.
I do know how to make
It's a Mr. Lady.
a storm of sleet.
Okay, yeah.
If that'll become a steam storm in Dis.
All
Only
right.
one way to find out.
Should we disguise ourselves as a group of traveling minstrels?
Sorry, one last question. So we'll clearly be able to see her soul or whatever. But can we cast invisibility on the soul?
Assuming that she doesn't resist it.
Try.
You can certainly try.
All right, I'm not going to mention the rest of my idea right now because I'm not stupid. But I have an idea for later. So I'm going to send it to someone else, but not say it around Nick because I don't trust he's going to not use it against me.
We could douse her soul in green
Why?
paint. She can be Green Man.
Yeah, if we use the right shade of green paint, no one will be able to see her against the CSO.
Hmm.
Oh my god. I'm going to go see if I can find a magic shop of some kinds. Hopefully they have potions or who knows, a
Look for-
spell that might help me.
I will go with you as I want a wizard's cloak or any kind of cloak.
Look for one with
I
an,
think
with
we
an
should
E
all
on the
go.
end.
Sounds like a better
Butch,
idea.
do you just want a cape? Is that what this is?
No, it's got to have a hood so they can't see my turtle head.
As long as we're trying to cover that part. Well, Orpheus, was there anything else that we needed to know about our descent into hell?
Once we're in the city of Dis, there may be times where we're attacked by zombies and the like. I recommend having spells prepared, items prepared to fight the undead. There are events in the city walls where you can hear the screams of the prisoners and slaves. That may be an option for access. I also have some connections with the underground crime families in the city. We may be able to work out a deal to get us into the prison. Though they're not the most trustworthy creatures.
Do you happen to know the emu crime family?
Jesus Christ.
Super duper deep cut to a game that's not even part of this world.
Oh, it is. Right here.
Here.
It'll
Yeah.
never leave
Right
you.
here.
And
It'll
here. Yeah.
never leave you.
It's not part of this world yet.
Yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
God.
bringing part of that world to the one shot.
Give me a chance to come back as Finzi.
It's when worlds collide.
Another option would be to take advantage of the smuggling tunnel that I used for my escape. Unfortunately, it's built for goblins, which is why I sustained several injuries, broken bones trying to squeeze through it and work my way through the cavern. Unfortunately, I don't think that would be a viable option for this party, and it would only get us into the one wing, not necessarily into the Bastille of Souls.
Thinking it's all going to depend upon where we pop out.
How are we getting there again?
The amulet.
Red, I'm going to
Brain
need
has
your
no
help with
feelings
that.
about that.
None.
Yep.
Gwen has so many
She,
feelings about
she
that.
doesn't have. She has some secondhand feelings.
Quinn has no feelings right now.
Oh, you fuck.
You don't
Well,
know. Have you
she is
seen
in the
Star
pit
Trek
of
Generations? There's lots of feelings in the Nexus. Why don't you do some homework on the
Oh my
Nexus?
God.
If I remember
The
correctly, that
Nexus.
amulet isn't exactly reliable. So is there a backup plan? Something?
Well, as you know, the kingdom of Shan has been working for Dis. It's possible that we could steal some uniforms, some clothes that are reminiscent of the people of Shan. Is it Shan? Shan?
Shan.
I don't know. Shan.
Depends on your accent.
And attempt to pretend to be an envoy.
I like that idea.
We just took Kvatchlia.
You could be. You could be
right.
Dutch again.
Talk about this.
Do you have any?
Butch.
Do you have any spells that could possibly change your appearance?
We've got a hat of disguise and an excellent bard.
I do have the spell Disguise Self.
You know, the military might have picked up some Shanian uniforms over the battles.
I also
I'd
have
much
I have
rather go
disguise
that way.
kit on top of the hat of disguise.
I feel like we've lost our guidance. Like our unifying thread through this universe has gotten up and walked away.
No, we have the books to guide us. We are not
Hmm.
rudderless.
Hmm. What does Celine
Oh my god,
Dion say
maybe
we
he's
should
been
do?
replaced with an unseen servant.
We can always trust
No.
in the magic 8-ball to guide us.
Hmm.
I want to believe Orpheus actually has one.
This is
Please.
a very particular casting of the augury spell.
Very
Go
particular.
ahead. Ask the magic
That's not-
8-ball for guidance.
That's not the same magic 8-ball that Charlie Sheen uses, is it?
No.
Fantastic.
The 8 balls that he uses are magic to him, but
It's worth noting the answer
kind of
was
magic.
Outlook not so good.
Oh yeah. Well,
I wonder if the
I knew
inside
that.
of like his actual toy magic 8-ball though is all tiger blood.
Probably.
It's kind of hard to read, though.
that what we're calling it now.
I assume we can pick up a uniform.
Yeah, I'm
Some
guessing
kind.
that the military's collected quite a few after battles.
I feel.
I mean, we just kicked their whole city's ass.
It may be wise to interrogate a prisoner of war to kind of understand their traditions, the way they speak, improve upon our disguise and our deception.
I made my
But
way through
if they're a
Shan a
prisoner
few
of
years
war,
ago.
you don't think that they would deceive us out of spite for being a prisoner of war?
yeah, that's why
Could we trust that information? I just don't know if we would be able to trust that information.
I don't
Like,
know a
is there,
lot of
do we
prisoners
have
of
spells
war
where
with
we
the
can force
wherewithal
people
to
to be
resist
honest with
this.
us?
I did make my way through the entire country a few years ago. So
Okay.
And Butch, I don't know if you were going to tell them or not the fact that your visitor last night told you that most of the general public had no idea, including most of the army, had absolutely no idea of what was going on.
I mean, I could tell them that, but isn't that something we already know?
That's not something Gwen would have known.
I mean,
And I can't. I don't know that. I don't know if Rain would know that.
we have an entire network of informants and spies, and none of them knew, and none of the we haven't got any information that anyone in the population knew.
Wait.
See what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Above game, has Butch mentioned his late night visit?
To you guys? No, he is not.
Just making sure I didn't miss anything.
No, he hasn't. Honestly, because his thoughts are elsewhere. He didn't even think, he hasn't even thought to mention it yet.
Oh my god.
let's go see the general and see what she was able to get together, and then we can figure out what else we still need.
Oh, Elric.
Hmm?
Oh, shit.
Did you have something, Butch?
Arnon, before you go, we should probably clear our dishes and clean the table.
Okay. I can help you with that.
Thank you.
Are you feeling
I'm just
a
gonna
little stressed at
like
the
glance
clutter?
over at Elric, like what the fuck?
Do y'all want alone time to clean the dishes?
You guys need to have a conversation. That's cool, but I mean,
Oh, shit. I rolled a natural 20 on my deception roll.
What?
You all think that Butch just wants to clean some dishes.
Well, do you need any help, Butch?
Thank you.
I think we got
Is
it.
that a no? Thank you. Okay.
I think we got
Thank
it.
you.
I'll help.
No. Yes.
I'll help Butch clean the table. We'll see you guys at the general's.
All right.
As you wish.
You get up and leave.
I start.
so I walk now.
Yep, we're going. I maybe turn around with one single arched eyebrow one more time before we leave.
I start picking up dishes and raise my eyebrows at Butch. When we're there alone.
As we are walking there, when there's a moment where there's not a whole lot of people around, unlike in the tavern, Arnon, when I got to my room, there was someone there.
Really?
Yeah. And we know this person. We fought this person. And we did not know who the person was.
When did we fight him?
We fought her in the forest.
The assassin?
Gwen followed her scent.
The assassin?
Was in my room last night. And she
Wow.
just wanted to tell us something.
What did she say?
She gave me a message to give to Gwen's father. And she took off her mask. And you have to forgive me because I don't really understand Elven. I think the assassin is someone related to Gwen because she is the splitting image of Gwen, only much older.
She was elvish?
Yes, wood elf, unmistakable.
What did she have to say to you?
She apologized. Not for trying to kill us, but for choosing to serve her country, not knowing who was in charge in reality. And she told me...
So she saw Titivolis.
Yeah, I think so.
You told us that. Yeah. That you saw. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So she must have been there for the whole fight.
Yep.
Did she have anything to say besides "I'm sorry"?
She said that no one in the nation of Shan is aware of the leadership, who they actually are, or at least not the general population, which makes sense because we haven't heard anything other that would say otherwise.
Did you say why she came to you?
Maybe she thought I'd be the most understanding. I don't. Did she say why she came to Butch? I don't recall.
She said she came to you because she saw that you...
Cared for Gwen.
Yeah,
right.
Basically.
She said she came to me because of my friendship with Gwen.
Said she looked older.
Yeah. Like, I don't... The only... I mean...
You've known Gwen a lot longer than I have. Did you ever meet her mother?
I don't think I've even heard Gwen talk about her mother. But she looked too similar to Gwen to be a sibling.
Hymir doesn't seem like the type to enjoy himself that often either. And that's all she said. She was sorry.
Yeah. It's possible. I don't know. It sounded like she was rethinking her whole worldview.
She didn't attack you or Like,
No,
just disable you before she talked or anything?
she had set her weapons down where I could see them, and she kept her hands in the air the entire time she was talking to me. Except when she pulled back the hood to, show me who she was.
I take it she took off her mask, too.
Yeah, I thought it was Gwen. I thought it was Gwen. Arnon, I thought it was Gwen.
Sorry about that. It's been a rough day. Did she mention Gwen's dad?
Yeah, she asked me to give a message to Hymir.
I think you might have met Gwen's mom, Butch. Which means that Gwen's mom saw her daughter die.
Yeah, that's true.
And if she watched the whole fight, she knew that if she came to me, I probably would have just stabbed her. So
That's also true.
makes sense she came to your room.
Yeah. Let's buy some cloaks.
Have you been to the temple yet?
Yeah, I went to talk to Hymir.
Did you go to talk to your lady?
My lady does not reside in a temple.
Isn't that where you talk to her?
The Lady of Dreams is in my dreams.
I just thought maybe it would help. I don't know a lot about these things.
That's a kind thought, Arnon. Thank you.
Ready to head to the generals, or?
Yep,
Okay.
let's do that.
Okay. Uncomfortable swallow, and Arnon turns around and proceeds towards the general's office.
All right.
Were those hard to swallow pills?
No, the pills were fine. It's the friendship.
Oh my god.
Oh, the
Friendship is
friendship,
the
huh?
hardest
Not the
pill to
close
swallow.
acquaintance?
Scott said that. Arnon did not say friendship.
Fuck you, Scott.
Hmm.
Man, 2 F-bombs in a row.
Oh,
Friendship,
wow.
man.
All right.
Nearly lays down his life for the team and still can't muster the word friend.
So after that,
Friends
Companion.
and
Gwen's
the
gonna
like
name-
betray you and sell you out and leave you for dead and such.
I say when Gwen comes back, she's gonna name her sharpened fork friendship. She's gonna get Arnon real acquainted with friendship.
Oh no.
I've got a little mouse shield now, so
so
I'll be right back, guys.
as the two of them are having this conversation, what are the rest of you doing?
General, while they're doing that.
All right. You're able to walk in. You do see the general is standing there, as well as Hymir is standing with him, solemn, stoic. You walk in. Calliope looks at all of you and says, is it time?
Almost. We still need to prepare.
Kind of hoping you'd have something to help along.
What exactly are you looking for?
I don't know,
Means
General?
of means of mitigating damage from heat or fire, most likely, as
Or
well
enemy.
as
Hmm.
as well as disguises or anything that might help us blend in.
Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of demon disguises here, but Elric, since you were the one that asked, roll me a d20.
D20.
What about just...
Am I adding anything to that?
Great, great sentence. We all love
I
to
mean,
hear.
since I'm
roll me a
there, would
d20.
he benefit from my silver tongue also being like, yeah, we, you know.
No, this is a
Every
probability.
D20 he's ever rolled.
Oh, this is probability. We're
This
going to
is-
see what happens.
Yeah, this is a probability roll.
That's a
Whap, whap.
9.
That's a 9. She says, well, it is heat mitigation you are looking for. I might have a couple things, but it's not really something. We don't have a lot of magical armor sitting around us. Just
No
sitting around.
topical creams or salves, perhaps?
Unfortunately not. We do, however, we found while taking back Kavachliyev and clearing out the hand and their minions, we did find a stockpile of there were quite a few potions, and I believe that these ones will be the most beneficial for you. She speaks over to that same page that you saw before, the man in the black cloaks, who runs off into a room behind. We've stockpiled, did find a few potions of fire resistance. At the last inventory, I think they had about 5 of them. So, while not a lot of help, it might save you in a pinch. A couple minutes pass by, and this page comes back with these 5 jars. Hands them out to you. And you now have 5 potions of fire resistance.
Those an hour.
Let's double check this real quick.
Yeah.
Any chance you got some Shanian uniforms or...
I mean, we probably have a few uniforms if that's what you're looking for.
Mhm. It's probably better than just this. I gestured all of my water genasi self.
General, do we have any captured regalia or banners of the Kingdom of Shan?
Yes, we do have some. We do have some banners, some uniforms, and such like that. If that's what you're looking for.
Pins that say Despater is my daddy. No.
New uniform, who dis?
Yeah, the potions last for 1 hour.
I thought you'd be like, yeah, we got the pins.
No, we don't have anything quite like that, but but we do have uniforms. We have plenty of uniforms that we got out of Kavachliyev, if that is what you want.
I think something to help us not look like this.
She motions to that page, who runs off again.
Me and Butch arrive.
Yeah, you guys would probably show up about now, right while the page is coming back with oh fuck, I need to brush up on my
Is his name Kenneth?
Kenneth
I hope
the
it is.
page. Sure, why not?
Why? What's his frequency?
No.
Oh my god.
You guys are just the best.
So comes back with these kind of tunics that they wear over their armor, that's in that same black and gold pattern with the Shanian symbols embroidered on the breastplate, or on the the breast of the tunic. I mean, we have these. These might be beneficial for you and still allow you to wear your armor. It's probably going to be hot as fuck down there, but
Yeah, I was thinking about.
Do we know of any other potion sellers or anyone who deals in magical wares?
unfortunately, our reserves were pretty much shot during the during the sack of Kavachliov, so this is probably all you're going to find at this point.
So we've got enough protection for about an hour in this.
Probably should save those for if we have to fight anything that's spewing flame. I don't know.
Hopefully you have a... I mean... Butch, you were telling me about that spell you have that at least gives you guys a temporary respite from any outside elements.
Yeah,
If
that's
used,
true.
if used at the proper time, that could potentially help you out as well. At least give you a little bit of rest and keep you from becoming too exhausted while you were down there.
Oh, the hut?
Yeah, the hut.
Like the hut.
Okay, out of character, dumb
You
question
can't out pizza it.
from a
Perfect.
newbie. You guys have a bag of holding?
Yes.
Can
Yeah.
we
Mhm.
shove a bunch of weapons, like just basic weapons, into it?
Yes, absolutely can.
Up to like
Sure.
All right.
500
Fantastic.
pounds, I think.
Probably still have some like fucking javelins and shitty swords in there from
Yeah.
that we just never sold.
Do I
Yeah,
get
we
to
do
use
have
my
some jobs.
bear traps?
Do we finally get to use the bear traps?
I want to. I mean,
We
I
could
hope
certainly
so.
set traps for the guards if you want to do that before we
Wait,
start the
like
riot.
in all seriousness, to destroy our way out of there, can we use the weekly elephant?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Thought
we could.
about, I mean, Rain doesn't know, but I forgot about it.
wait. If an elephant,
Just
do we
to
get
let
it
you guys
back?
know,
Wait,
it's
does
been
it
in my
summon an
pocket
elephant?
the whole time. I've been carrying it the whole time, and we were one round away from me throwing it on the assassin in the woods. By the way, that was my next held action.
I was
the
actually-
throw action.
I was actually expecting you to use it during the fight with the hand, to be completely honest.
Oh yeah. No, I was about to drop it on the assassin.
Nice.
Sideways.
Maybe
It's
we
a
can
different
put-
story.
Put
Sideways,
Gwen's soul
yeah.
on the weekly elephant, and that elephant can just march its fucking ass with Gwen.
Does it summon an elephant, or does it turn into an elephant?
Turns into one.
Because if we just unleash it, how are we going to get it back?
Follow it around, pick it up. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, wait, no, I'll just speak with it and tell it where to go, and hopefully
I cast speak with elephant. Yeah.
somebody can charm it.
The number of times
So-
Rets speak with animals is coming so fucking
Yes.
clutch.
Oh, it's really. It's
So,
fantastic.
are you asking for weapons too?
Yeah.
Yes, back in character, I speak up. I say, General, part of our plan will require a lot of weapons. They don't necessarily have to be in the best of shape or the best maintained. We just need a lot of them.
I mean, we have a
But
lot.
it would still be nice if they were.
We have a lot
Like,
of
don't
weapons.
don't purposely give us shitty ones.
I mean,
We're not using them.
Yeah, we have a lot of weapons that we have confiscated from these Shanian soldiers we have defeated, as well as some reserves that we have. Yeah, they're not the best quality. They're definitely not anything enchanted or anything like that. But yeah, we could definitely procure you quite a few.
Can anything be poisoned down there?
like the
is-
water?
No. I'm asking, like, are any of the beings down there? Are there any specific ways that it's possible for them to be poisoned?
I don't think any of the natives can be poisoned.
Some devils can be poisoned. It just depends
Okay.
on the type.
Generally speaking, the people and creatures we may encounter are zombies, devils, damned, cambions, tieflings, planar travelers, specters, corruption devils, Abishai, lemurs,
Did you say tieflings?
spinagons, imps,
To,
rakshasas.
No.
So yes or no or
To which-
I don't know how to pronounce this one. Aranyes.
Aaron, yes.
Aaron. Okay.
Aaron, yes. Aaron.
Or a
something.
no.
Or a no.
These are the types of creatures we may be dealing with.
To which the
can
general,
they be poisoned?
who is a tiefling, it's like, yes, that is where my ancestry and my bloodline came from, was the Hells. I share a history with the Hells. There are
Okay.
quite a few of
You
my
should
kind.
come with us.
I would not be. I would probably hinder the mission if I was seen down there. You're better off not having me with you.
Well, that's a can of worms. Let's open it.
Does the plane exhibit some level of control over those with tiefling ancestry?
I would not say that there is any kind of control so much as, let's say that my lineage, specifically my ancestry, has a very bad reputation with some of the higher ups in the Hells. I would draw a little too much attention than what you are looking for.
Right. So we're handling this one. Is there any other possible advantage outside of knowing what populates Dis?
Is there anything else we need to know about this? But seriously, did I miss something? Did the poison question get answered? I just
They said
I don't know what these creatures are, so
Yeah, they said Arnon said some might be potentially subject to poison, but quite a few devils, especially ones that you have run into in the past, had not seemed to be affected.
Okay.
So more likely no than yes.
Shouldn't count on it, that's for sure.
Okay. Are there potions that paralyze?
Not that we currently have, at least not that I am aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I have hold person, but it's not going to work on a. I don't
No.
I just didn't know if that was like a thing.
hold monster.
So, what else do you need?
Some motivating words. Give us one of those general speeches.
Do you have any more? Are there any sending stones just lying around?
I mean,
Would someone have taken the Arnon's matching sending stone off of Gwen?
Well, that's why I asked if sending stones went across the plains,
But just inter-party communication.
I would
be more of the
I would
thought there.
assume that you guys would have probably at least taken the sending stone.
What about that amazing magical staff? Does Daddy
the
have
staff of healing?
Is Heimer willing to part with that?
All right, so okay, so we're gonna take a second.
Can we loot her body?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So as the party brought her back, knowing she was going to be potentially revived if you guys are successful, is there anything you would have taken from her in preparation to go and try and save her?
Oh man.
I have a dumb question. We can't summon Rusty on her behalf, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
Ymir could.
Not that you
The
know of.
staff of healing.
No. Well, I do. Brain, Gwen, no idea.
I would have taken a jacket, their keys, and a motorcycle.
But is there any item that you would taken from her person, whether it be
I mean,
an item sentimentally or an item that could potentially help you?
Hold on.
A mushroom specifically that acts like a good berry.
One good berry, one good shroom.
One good shroom.
One good shroom.
So you took a good shroom, and then it was it went away after 24 hours.
Son of a bitch.
yeah, those don't
Going
last.
and
Dude.
looking for it, you're like, the fuck?
The son of a bitch. Now
It's
it's,
a
just a shroom.
It's a good for 1 day shroom.
Maybe her gloves.
Okay. You take her gloves and missile snaring.
Take the staff. You hear on the wind. Take the staff.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take both of those. I mean, since I have the. I mean, I'm fine
hear
with
a
not
dog
having
bark.
it too.
Alric, did you get familiar with your amulet again overnight?
Yes, I did.
All right. So you're taking the gloves. Rhett is taking the gloves. Who else is taking something?
Yeah, who can? I think that since someone else should take some healing stuff. I mean, because maybe Elric takes the staff.
I don't know if
She also
Elric
had some
can
potions.
use the staff.
It's usable by a bard, a cleric, or a druid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's useless to me.
Are we talking about? I'm sorry. Are we talking about stuff that we're going to use, or stuff that we're going to
Use.
help her come back to herself?
That's a great question.
Because if it's the latter, somebody should take her bone dice.
I actually was just. I'm not joking. I have her sheet up. I just had the bone dice clicked on right now. But I feel like
the bone quill.
yeah. How about? I mean, so since I can use
I
that staff,
didn't catch
how
that.
about would
Butch
would
Butch
Butch
would
want the
like
bone
carry-
dice and the quill?
No, the bag of finger bones.
That's my boy, Blue.
It's so morbid.
I mean, okay, so Elric maybe takes the bone dice and the quill, especially because then he can write in his book with the bone quill.
That quill is not touching my book.
I hope if he tries to write with the quill that it just doesn't work. That it like writes everything upside down or some weird shit.
All right, well, I'll take the staff since I can use it and the gloves, I guess.
All right. So Rhett is taking the staff and the gloves and the bone dice, and then you are Butch said he's taking the finger bones.
Yeah. It's not only
So
dice for Butch, but hopefully those will help her remember herself.
Do I know what her focus is?
what is
Was
your
it the
focus?
staff?
No, she has a separate one. But I don't think she ever described it for us.
No.
I don't know that I did.
Should anybody take
Right.
that her ink?
Have I seen her cast it?
The
with
ink
it?
is
Cast
gone.
with it?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was part of her.
Yeah. Is anybody taking the
She has
bracelet?
two. What bracelet? I don't see that.
What was the bracelet?
It's not in her
Oh.
inventory, but it's the bracelet that Rain gifted Gwen.
Oh,
Like-
Rain would take
Rain
that,
went to the
right?
temple.
Rain did not approach the table out of fear of fucking things up. Not even fear, but just like not wanting to interfere with whatever they're doing, just in case something she did or they did rather would interfere with Gwen coming back.
So I'll take the bracelet and give it
Well-
to Rain.
Yeah.
If I had seen her cast with her focus before, I would take her focus.
Okay.
What
Because
are-
I feel like that would be a good guide for her to come back. The thing she channeled her magic with.
And I think
I'm-
like when I give that to Rain, though, I just tell her like so that you can give it back to her. or whatever.
All right. So I'm going to move the gloves and the staff.
And then should we put all of her weapons in the bag of holding as part of our weapon?
Gwen didn't really
Stash.
have. The only weapon that Gwen had was the sickle, which
Okay. Yeah, because
should
on
be
the
carved
list it
up
says longbow, long sword, scimitar, short sword, simple weapons.
I don't see any of that on her sheet.
I think you're looking at proficiencies.
Yeah.
the what Gwen would have had for her focus would have been like a cluster of dried mushrooms she kept in her sash.
Like I said, if I seen her
Mistletoe
use
wasn't
it
really her thing.
to cast, I would have taken that. I assumed that you used it up until you got the staff, at least.
All right. Gloves and the staff are in your inventory. Now, both of those do require attunement to use, so you would have to actually attune to them, which I think right now the only thing you are attuned currently to your mandolin as well as your tomahawk holster, so you would only be able to attune to one other thing currently, because you can only have three items attuned to you at one point.
Alric, you're no longer attuned to the Pearl of Power because you're attuned to the amulet? Or did,
I have not attuned to the Pearl of Power.
who had the Pearl of Power? No, I thought I gave it to Rhett, actually, when Lindsay wasn't here.
All I know is that, like, during the live session, I still have that card.
So
So
sorry,
I don't know if I have it or if Red has it.
I have no idea what you're talking
The Pearl of Power. I don't think you ever actually gave it to Red.
Yeah.
Butch.
Okay. Rain, do you cast spells? Could you use a Pearl of Power?
What's it do?
It allows you to recover a spell slot of level 3 or less,
It's
like
not gonna help me.
once a day. Okay.
Not unless I can choke someone with it or stab someone with it. Probably.
So what am I attuned to again?
You are currently attuned to your mandolin as well as your holster for your tomahawks.
The holster I want to stay attuned to.
Yeah.
The mandolin I'm fine with dropping.
Okay, so you're gonna drop your attunement to the mandolin as well as, and then reattune or attune to the staff and the gloves, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right, cool. I went ahead and did that on your sheet.
Awesome, thank
Can
you.
I be attuned to the hat then?
Yeah, you're going to need it.
I feel like that's a good thing to have in hell,
The house
is
is gone.
looking like someone not me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't. Okay, yeah, because I don't even think I don't have to be attuned to that anyway, right? I never
The
needed
hat.
to be.
I don't remember. It's not in your inventory for some reason. Anyway.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I like Butch can have that back then for hell.
Hell is surprisingly a lot like Shan. So, yeah, it's miserable and full of douchebags. So, you probably need that disguise there.
Hat of Disguise does require
it does
attunement.
require attunement.
I mean, it lets you cast a spell at will, which is kind of phenomenal.
Cool. Yeah, I don't need it anyway. I'm fine.
All right, cool. So yeah, I'll put that in your inventory here.
Basically turns me into Mystique.
Oh, we've
So
changed all the time.
your characters wouldn't know this, but I cast spells, so if nobody's using that item, my character could use it. But again, I don't think your characters
Are you
would
going
know
to
that.
share your
Nope,
abilities
we have
with
no
us so that
idea.
we?
The character's an eldritch fighter, so
What are you good at?
Hey, Orifice, what can you contribute?
Oh my god.
I think Rain
Hint,
would
hint.
legitimately ask what Orpheus is good at in that moment. Just while we're fucking preparing, because they don't know who he is.
Yeah, Butch didn't offer because you seem like you're clearly a fighter, so it didn't
He's
cross
not going to
his
give
mind.
up.
That's
I'm gonna
good.
let you down.
well, let's say somewhere in their conversations about my time in the city, I mentioned that I spent my 4 years in the city working in the underground, learning the eldritch arts to enhance my fighting capabilities.
Oh, wow, Mr. Constantine. Teen? Would you like to borrow this pearl of power?
If it's not too much trouble.
It's Constantine, right? And not Constantine.
Don't do
damn
this
it,
to
I
me.
hate you.
Don't do this to
How
me. You know what
dare
you're doing. You know what you're doing.
How very dare you?
No Netflix. I don't care if that is what the creator says the name is. It is Constantine.
All right.
Baited.
Hashtag save Constantine.
Is your middle name Slim, like Sandman Slim? No? Okay.
All right. So after you all swap equipment,
After you all loot Gwen's body.
I'm just imagining
Respectfully,
like
respectfully.
She would want you to. I can tell you that she would want you to.
just imagining 6 people in a circle, just like you get that, you get that. No, that works better for me. No, and this was for you.
Isn't she horribly messed up too?
No,
I
she
think-
just has a hole right here.
Okay.
Like, maybe like here.
Oh,
Don't make it real.
too soon.
Took that brain out like a straw. Just
Yep. It's,
I am gonna stab
went
Orpheus.
to the smoothie shack.
so
I like the Gong Show approach.
now that you all have created your or gotten your supplies, set your equipment, got your tabards or whatever from of Shan.
Did you want to go to the spell store? The spell store.
Yeah, we should go there.
I want to go to the spell store.
I want to go to there.
The magic store.
I would like a
Can
cloak
we
to go with my hat.
to scrolls and things?
I think
scrolls and things.
the hat can give you a cloak if it wants to.
That's true.
Gonna go to
It
magic
might not be in
scrolls
the
and
mood,
stuff.
So
Scrolls and stuff.
Yeah, magic scrolls and stuff.
you are able to
Yeah.
go
You
should see
to
their
Is that like
background.
waterbeds and stuff?
yeah.
It might
Yeah,
be.
you should see their background. You walk into this shop. It's
They have
pretty
immovable rods.
picked clean, but this little elderly gnome fellow behind the counter looks up at you and what are you looking for?
Okay, you have to say that one on stream.
Scrolls, spells, and beyond.
Yep, that's the one.
Did we get did Ascending Stone come to us with a 20% off coupon?
Oh my god.
I want coupons.
What coupons?
Yes, I am here looking for spells and potions that would help us mitigate damage by fire. Do you
Do you
have
have anything from Nelly that has
Oh.
any instructions on what we do when an area is a bit too warm?
We do have one scroll in stock that might help you out. It's protection from energy.
Good gracious, spell bodacious.
Unfortunately, we don't have very many potions left after that battle, but
Is there anything a brewing?
probably going to be a little while before we get everything restocked.
What do you have?
Well, like I told you, we have that spell, scroll, protection from energy, but that's probably going to be about the only thing that'll help you with fire currently.
We'll take it.
All right.
I'm not there. I'm kidding.
Cool. How much?
It's about 500.
Okay.
It's
Gonna need about
Probably.
350.
Tree itty.
350.
Damn you, log
Pretty
name
much
monster.
nicer than 500.
All right, so yeah, you
Do
are
you
able
have
to
any,
get that.
Goliath-sized cloaks for me?
I've got a couple just random, just cast off cloaks. Yeah.
No. So for a person of my frame.
I'm sure I could find one that'll fit you. Not going to be
But
anything
actually,
special about it.
the Hat of Disguise wouldn't do that, though.
Yeah, the Hat of Disguise would do it above game.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
If you'd like a fashionable cloak, though, for the future, I'm sure we'd be willing to pay for it.
Do you have any finger braces?
You're not there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you are able to procure your scroll of protection from energy. Is there anything else that you would all like to accomplish today?
Yeah, I need to ask you a question, Nick. How many fingers do turtles have in your world?
Oh, fuck
Or like the
me.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Or is it like 5?
Ninja Turtles?
Don't get lazy. Give them a full
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, I would say
Okay. All right.
all right. So, what all of you are you guys doing at this point?
seems like the only spell he had on hand. So,
He
is
might have
there
other
an-
spells.
Inspire him, Bod.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to again repeat, good gracious, spell bodacious. Just in case it starts to get hot in here.
I am so inspired
You're so inspired.
and so afraid of dealing with heat for the sake of wanting to keep all of my armor on.
All right, go ahead and roll for that spell. You need a 13.
Big money, no whammy.
Where's that bardic die? You need a 3 on the bardic die.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
The
piss.
scroll itself just into flames. Apparently you were concentrating a little too hard.
Well,
it
hopefully
was
you got
too
that out of
hot
the
in
way.
here.
So,
You know, it's a good thing they didn't have absorb elements here. That would have been truly upsetting. Maybe I'll find it somewhere else.
as you all come together again at the war room,
All right, Orpheus. Where's our entry point?
Yeah, what should he aim for?
So, here's where I need DM help. Wasn't there like an amulet or something you guys were using?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got to visualize the place.
All right,
And
I'm gonna
then-
give you bardic inspiration again. Hold on, because I'm saying it now. So
Good.
I'm giving you Arnic inspiration.
I give you sage wisdom from beyond the grave.
I would say that
Sounds like haunting.
Orpheus, first off, Orpheus, go ahead and make me a history check just to see how well you remember the outskirts of the prison. It's an 11. So, Orpheus gives you a decent description of this iron city with these rusted iron buildings. Towers, garbage choked streets, roads of broken skulls, surrounded by black walls. An iron tower in the center that no matter how you walk, you seem to never get close to it. He gives you enough information that you feel like you have a decent idea of what you can visualize to aim for. Between that, the information that Arnon has given you, the information Butch has given you, you feel like you have a pretty decent visualization to shoot for.
I have a question.
Yes.
We know that the city is under, or the prison is under the city. Do we know if we could try to bypass the city entirely and teleport directly under it?
You know
At
that
least try to?
you would know that there is, especially in a prison in hell, there's more than likely some sort of magic to barricade transportation in and out of that prison. I mean, you can certainly try and see what happens, but you can assume that a prison in hell would have some sort of safeguards in place for that.
Okay.
Nick, is there with my seedy underworld friends, is there any kind of item I could bring them as tribute that I could get here in the city that might sway them to help us?
We'll
Or
talk about
do
that.
us a favor.
We'll talk about that afterwards, and just say that
I was gonna say, how many like Keanu Reeves references are we gonna have? Because like he's like John Wick underworld shit.
yeah.
Like Orifice is the shit, man. He's cool.
So
We have some random gems too. that
We do
might-
have random gems and some diamonds, but I think the diamonds were
Yeah, diamonds are off
Hang on
limits.
yeah.
Listen, Emu Mafia, diamonds are off limits.
as you all congregate in this hall, preparing for your journey, is there anything else that you wish to do before you attempt this travel?
Kill this fucking gnat.
We'll officially state that Gwen has put the bracelet on at this point.
Rain.
Rain has put the
Mhm.
bracelet on.
Mhm.
You said Gwen.
I thought I said rain.
No, you said Gwen.
I just want it to be so bad.
Freudian slip.
Like, I heard rain.
You heard rain in your head when you said
Yeah.
Gwen. That is
Because I want Gwen back.
okay. Is everyone ready?
Oh, I'm getting my spells in order.
Scott.
So
I'm gonna kill this fucker. Give me some chopsticks.
you all
Can I do my weapon bond to prevent any disarmament?
absolutely.
Great.
You all
Let's do that.
hold hands, form a circle. Elric, are you doing this?
Does he get
sounds
bardic
like
nervous.
inspiration?
Yeah,
He did.
she gave him inspiration.
okay.
Checking.
Everyone, strap in.
Question: has Rain's never done this with the party before, have they?
No.
No.
Nope.
Is this gonna be like our storm?
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, I should have targeted all of you.
Left behind on a technicality.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh. Big money, no whammy, no whammy.
Oh my.
We're boned.
12.
Roll me a D100.
Oh,
Can I bardic die? This is my last one. Can I give him that?
No,
for
because you want him
this?
to be a low number.
Okay.
You need it to be below 60.
Below 60.
Yeah.
Can it subtract?
No,
if
no.
that's what we want.
No. Because this isn't a skill check. This is a random table check.
No. I hate it.
That is a 12 with Bardic die for anyone who is listening. He rolled a natural 2.
you already knew
going-
that, though, audience. You already knew that was going to happen.
All right.
I'm going to destroy that amulet at the earliest opportunity once this is all done.
Oh, that's a 64. Oh, no. Oh, no.
This disaster brought to you by Bugles.
Roll me
Wow.
another D100.
Bugles, God
What
damn it!
I hope your
Bugles,
soul
I didn't
is
mean it. God.
cool for a week. I hope your soul's cool for a week.
Roll
at
me-
least.
It's not
cool, Arnon. Nothing's cool there.
Roll me another D100.
I
87.
Be more.
That's pretty close to
Please.
what we rolled for.
Please tell me it
The
just
last one.
randomly takes us to dis, anyways.
So oddly enough, roll me a D9.
A D9?
Yeah.
Oh no!
D9s, those are things, right?
9, one of 9 options. Get a 2. Get a 2.
This would be the time to get a 2.
Roll a 2.
You really want to roll a 2? That's a
Oh, son of a bitch!
That's not a 2.
Which one's 7 again? Please don't tell me we're back in the cold one.
No, that's
No, we-
5.
Yeah, so this is colder.
What one?
Awesome.
Hold, please.
Hold, please.
Gwen, I don't think we're getting you back.
We're camping for a week.
I don't think I'll be able to come to another in-person session without murdering somebody.
So, as Elric concentrates on this amulet and
Poorly.
concentrates on this
Not my fault.
image,
Not my
know.
fault.
this image of this ruined city of iron and this iron tower, all of a sudden from around you, the room and everything that you're in starts to wobble and dissipate until you are falling into blackness, into nothingness. You continue falling, and then the ground hits you, and you're standing you look around and you see ruined buildings. You see a almost black sky above you. In the distance, you see mountains. But you are standing in the middle of what appears to be an endless field of ruined cities, decaying cities, half collapsed buildings. Looks like a war zone. You see smoke plumes in the distance. And that is where we will pick up next week.
Tell me there's 3 bitches sitting next to each other in a row. They turn their heads to us and talk real fast.
Well, we already did that.
Okay.
So,
Nick's got some writing to do.
thank you all for staying with us.
A fucker.
That amulet, man. Thank you all for staying with us. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe, share with your friends, all of that fun stuff. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, the Tiki Talks, YouTube, Twitch. What was the other one? I can't remember the name of it now. Trovo.
Provo.
Listen, all major podcast platforms. Thank you again, and we will see you next week.
Or hopefully we will run into less of those natural ones.
And 2s.
And 2s.
Thank you all
10 out of 15.
And 10.
so
And
much.
64s.
And we will see you next week.
Wah.